It's time for the season review. Welcome back, guys. We have now finished our first season with Arsenal, and how did we do? Well, we know from the episodes we've had so far we had a pretty abysmal start to the season, but let's just see how it ended. We'll go through here. It will first bring us to our new arrivals. Obviously, they weren't all of our signings. Odegaard signed in real life. Board are content with his signing. He's had 32 appearances, 7 goals and 10 assists with a 7.15 rating. Nuno Tavares, also a new signing. He hasn't played as much. He's become on more as a sub. Obviously, we've got Kieran Tierney back there, who's a very, very capable left back. So he hasn't got as much game time as he would have, but again, putting in some good performances when he has played. We've got Van der Voort. The board aren't happy with this at all because they feel like he's getting paid too much. And to that I respond, it's an investment for the future. He's obviously come over, not really played much this season. He's played like in the last game of the season, for example, that we just had against Norwich, and played some cup games. When he has come on, he's looked quite capable. And I'm hoping maybe next season we can use him a little bit more. We brought over Matheus Vecino as well from Inter, 31 appearances and 6 goals, 5 assists. He's been quite good for us in midfield. A very good signing for 4.3 million there from Inter. Obviously got Ramsdale. Board aren't that happy. They feel the transfer fee doesn't represent a good deal for the club. Well, you made the signing. What would you like me to do about it exactly? He started pretty much every game this season. He's actually been quite good as well. Why has Sebastian Coates got us? Oh, okay. I was going to say, why has he got this star behind him? But it means he is signing of the season. Obviously starting pretty much all of our games. 30 appearances, 5 goals, mostly off of corners. In fact, probably all off of corners. 7 rating there. We've got Alexander Isak, 25 games, 12 goals, and we kind of go down from there. Isco's not really had enough time to embed yet. We've got Julian Alvarez, who I feel like in our second season may grow into a fantastic player. I'm surprised he hasn't got a higher rating than that, to be honest. 28 starts, 10 goals and 5 assists. I feel is quite a good return for a player that costs you £5.5 million. Ben White as well. I probably haven't paid him as much as the board would have liked me to, but we've had a good centre-back partnership in the second half of the season. We've got Holzek as well, who's been playing a lot more games towards the end of the season. Manolas, and then some other people. Hudson-Odoi at 62 million. Probably the big letdown, I feel, of this season. If it's not him, it's Jesus Corona. However, Jesus Corona gains the benefit of not costing anywhere near as much money as Hudson-Odoi. Season's result then, and you can see we did finish 5th in the league, which honestly a couple of episodes ago looked relatively unachievable. So, better than Arteta? Perhaps. We have in our first season at least got some European football. I would have liked it to be the Champions League. It isn't the Champions League, it's the Europa League, but it's European football nonetheless. We definitely had a much improved end of the season here. If we have a look at our results, I think the last game we would have seen would have been around here. Last game we saw I think was Chelsea. After that, you can see we've gone on a bit more of a winning streak. In fact, after that game against Chelsea, we never lost another game. So we haven't actually lost a game in the league since February. Slightly patchy form at times. We've obviously got the 1-1 draw against Brighton there, and then a further 1-1 draw against West Ham. Norwich at the end of the season, they got their goal with a penalty, which was a bit annoying, but we finished 5th and we couldn't have got into the Champions League spots for that last game anyway. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with that. Very interesting top 4 there. Liverpool running away with the league, 99 points, which if I remember rightly, the actual record is Man City's 100 points. So they were very, very close to that. Man United, Leeds and Aston Villa getting the Champions League spots, followed by obviously ourselves and Man City in the Europa League spots. Chelsea and Tottenham in 7th and 8th there, and Newcastle with all of their money relegated from the Premier League. probably not how they wanted that to go with their takeover. FA Cup, of course, they wanted us to reach the quarter final. We did go out in the 4th round versus Man City. We beat Birmingham and then we lost to Man City 2-1. Carabao Cup, we went all of the way to the final before losing to Liverpool, which is very, very unfortunate. It would have been nice to get a bit of silverware this season, but just wasn't to be. Biggest win then, a 6-1 win against QPR, 3 from Alvarez there, 2 from Holzek, 1 from Saka. Match to remember was our 3-1 win against Liverpool, which happened in November, and goal of the season. Can we actually watch this if we press it? It doesn't look like you can. That was the match against Southampton. I think we actually had that on, no, it's in September, so that's probably not the one we saw on the channel. Vecino's goals have all been pretty much screamers from outside the box, though. He doesn't tend to score tap-ins. Club reputation has stayed pretty much the same. Our sponsorship, broadcast revenue and all those things have gone up. Merchandise, pretty good as well. And shirt sales, top shirt sales, Odegaard, Saka, that's Corona, and Isco along with Hudson-Odoi, which is interesting. Odegaard I could go with. The others, Saka, yeah. Others not so much. And this is our preferred lineup this season. The board noting that we rotated the team a fair amount. That will happen when all of your players are made of Weetabix. Definitely been plagued with injuries at time, but this is what our preferred 11 ended up being. Ramsdale, Tierney, Coates, Gabriel and Tomiyasu. Coates and Gabriel don't play that way round, but never mind. Vecino and Odegaard in centre midfield. Jose, Smith Rowe, Saka and Alvarez up front. This is pretty much the exact lineup I was playing on our good run to the end of the season, barring injury. Smith Rowe was injured for the last 4 or 5 games of the season, so we were playing Odegaard a bit further up in his spot and Isco down in Odegaard's spot on here. Tomiyasu was also injured a bit, but globally this is pretty much what we've gone with. Accolades this season, absolutely nothing for me, and I'm not exactly surprised. We've got lots of record breakers here, but again, you do always get that on the first season of a save. Alvarez here scoring a goal in 11 seconds, which I did mention in an episode. Chino getting the worst discipline, which I'm not overly surprised by given the role that I'm getting him to play in midfield. Tierney there getting the most players at the matches, and Odegaard both the most assists. Fans player of the season then, Kieran Tierney. Young player of the season, Tierney as well. We've got Sebastian Coates the signing of the season, Vecino with the goal of the season, Isaac with top goal scorer with 12. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Alvarez next season, or Isaac might grow a bit more into the save perhaps. Odegaard with the most assists with 10. Tierney, as we said, with the most player of the matches. Highest average rating from Kieran Tierney as well with a 7.2. Most passes completed per 90 minutes, which is an interesting stat, is Costa Manolas with 57. He didn't actually play that much towards the end of the season, and obviously here, absolutely nothing. We need to change that next season. Definitely. We should, I would hope here, get our budgets as well. But before we get that, we're going to have a new look at the club vision for next season. It's still play attacking football and play entertaining football. Sign players under the age of 23 for the first team now, rather than under 18s for the future. I feel like that is a bit more achievable. Work within the wage budget, increase commercial revenue, which I'm guessing we're just pretty much going to do by winning. Minimum 4-year contracts for first team players. They want us to qualify for the Europa League again, reach the semi-final of the Europa League, and the rest of it they don't seem to care too much about, and then they want us to be challenging for the Premier League from there onwards. I'm hoping we can start doing that this season. It's the budget email we've all been waiting for. 2.9 million in wages and 79 million almost. Could you not have rounded that up to 80? Almost 80 million in transfer budget. What are we currently spending on wages? We're currently spending 2.7, almost 2.8. So that's going to give us about 139,000 to play with. I keep wanting to sign Nuno Mendes. The problem is, if I remember rightly, he's on loan at PSG with an optional future fee of 34 million. And I can't see that PSG aren't going to offer him that, or offer Sporting that, if I'm completely honest. Interesting, he's got release clause of 60 million though and an optional future fee of 34 million, but we won't talk about that. If we could get him, that would be fantastic because I think he'd be a very good replacement for Tierney, and I feel like we're going to struggle keeping hold of Tierney this season. So guys, it is the 31st of July and we have made some transfers. It's a pretty new look Arsenal side. Before we get into that though guys, if you are enjoying today's episode and are excited for the second season of our Arsenal rebuild, please do like down below and subscribe. If you subscribe, you get to see all of our second season with Arsenal and hopefully us getting a bit closer to the top of the league. But for now, let's have a look at what we've done. We'll go with the outs first. Nothing mad going on here in the first part, but we have got rid of Maitland-Niles. He's gone over to Watford for 12 million. He was moaning and wanted to leave, and I hadn't really played him that much. He was very much a bit part player last season. He only actually made 10 appearances for us in the league, so we've got £12 million for him. I'm very, very happy with that. We've got a few people here going out on loan as well. Our two big signings in, I thought we needed potentially a better or at least equal goalkeeper, and obvious choices are obvious. We've gone with Dominic Livakovic. He's valued, as we can see, at 48 to 60 million. He's slightly better than Ramsdale. We've actually brought him over for 9 million, which I think is an absolute steal for a player of his quality, and we have spent him some more money. We then also obviously playing with a deep line playmaker, and we want them on defend, so we have been playing with Isco, but he is definitely not a defensive DLP. He's more of a support role, more going attacking. So I've gone with an old favourite of mine, which is Ruben Neves from Wolves. As you can see from his stats, he is very, very good as a deep line playmaker. He's got good first touch, good passing. His tackling itself is excellent as well, so he can definitely do a bit more of a job for us defensively as well as going forward. We have spent a chunk of change on him, 68 million, to get him to come across, but I think it will definitely be worth it this season. We then move over to this page and the rest of our transfers. Our second identified place that I thought we needed improvement was the other half of midfield and our box-to-box midfielder. So we've gone with James Ward-Prowse. He is 4-star ability. Looking at this, maybe dribbling lets him down a bit, but overall he's pretty decent. And this crossing, corners and free kick taking, he's going to be great as a box-to-box midfielder. If we're having a look, his work rate of 19 and his determination of 17, stamina of 20 and natural fitness of 20 all stand out, but I feel like he could end up being a bit of a cheat code from corners with that 20 attribute as well. We've paid Southampton 40 million to get him across, which I think is a pretty good transfer, to be honest. He also does help us with going into European football now to bring up our homegrown talent a little bit. We've got this guy Nicolas Syria. I've got him on a free. He hasn't got a work permit, so he's out on loan, but he does have the potential to be a good Premier League standard striker in the future, and we got him on a free, so I'm not complaining. The other position I thought maybe we could do some improvement with is a pressing forward position. We did see last season both Alexander Isak and Alvarez do quite well, but neither of them are natural pressing forwards, so we've bought Tammy Abraham back from Roma. Again, he is English, so he is helping us bring up that homegrown in nation coefficient type thing for European football, and I think he is fantastic as a pressing forward. He does do very well. He's got good finishing, good first touch. He can dribble as well. He's got some good strength, good ability. He's a pretty decent all-rounder. He was doing all right over in Roma. We've paid 45 million to bring him back to the Premier League. I think he's going to possibly be a difference between draws and wins this season. And then once again, another player who's English, who's under, well, he is 21, but he counts as an under 21 player in terms of Arsenal's vision. We have got Tariq Lamptey. He can play over on the right. He can also cover on the left if we need him to. We're going to be playing him as a wing back, and he's again a pretty good all-rounder. He's got a stupid value there. We've paid 55 million for him, which was a little bit expensive in all honesty. On the outside, there's a bit going on. Costa Manolis, who had been relegated to basically our 5th choice centre-back, has decided he wanted to bugger off over to Italy. So he's gone back over to Inter. He came from Napoli. He's gone back to Inter. We paid 20.5 for him. He came in, did a job for a season. He's gone over to Inter for roughly the same price. So not too shabby. We've got Hector Bellerin as well. I would have quite liked to have kept Hector Bellerin, in all fairness. He was out on loan at Real Betis last season. He had quite a good season, but the main stick for him is he had a really bizarre clause in his contract that upped his wage by 47% every year, and that put him on quite a lot of money. So Lyon came in with a £20 million bid, and I've bitten their hand off. So Hector Bellerin's gone over to Lyon. Pablo Mari was on loan at Wolves last season. They've bought him for 11.75. Daniel Ballard, who was out on loan at Millwall in the Championship last season, has gone to West Brom for £8 million. We also got rid of Leno based on the fact that we've now got Ramsdale and Livakovic, who are both Premier League level goalkeepers. He played one game for us last season. He's gone over to Aston Villa for £7 million. It's a sell. It is what it is. We've also got some other players here. You can have a look at those. They've all gone out on loans or they've left on frees as well. So pretty much leading into our first match of the season, this is roughly what our team's going to look like. Livakovic in goal. We've got Tavares, who can play out on the left. Normally we'd have Kieran Tierney still out there, but he's not quite fit at the moment, so that's why he won't be starting the first game of the season. We've then got, if we have a look here, actually this might be a bit better. So on the left we've got Tierney, who can play there, Tavares, who can play there, and Lamptey, who can play either side, so he's good cover. In middle we've got Coates and Gabriel, who are a good partnership towards the end of last season, so I'm thinking they will be the two that start. We've also got Ben White that can go there, and we've got this guy, William Saliba, who was out on loan last season, but he has the potential to be quite good. So he's kind of our fourth choice centre-back, but he's a good rotation option, I feel. Obviously on goal, we've got Livakovic, Ramsdale, and Van der Voort, who can play there. Over on the right, you've then got Lamptey, Tomiyasu, and Mbemba. So three good right-backs. Our centre in midfield, Odegaard probably won't play there. Maybe on occasion. Probably going to be starting with Ruben Neves and Ward-Prowse. We've also got Thomas Partey, who can slot in there. Vicino, who was really good last season, who can go there. Isco, who can come in as the deep-lying playmaker as well. And we have still got Granit Xhaka, but I do think he will hopefully be gone before the start of the season. Over on the left then, we've got Jesus Corona. Smith Rowe, who I'm thinking is going to be our starter. Saka probably won't be playing over that side. We've also got Reece Nelson, who's come back off a loan, so he'll be our third choice left winger, I think. We've also got Hudson-Odoi, who can play there, Holzek, who can play there. Over on the right then, we've got Saka, who will probably start. Again, Smith Rowe can play over there, Alvarez can play over there, Tammy Abraham can play over there, Hudson-Odoi, Isaac could do a job if we really got that many injuries. And then in the centre of the park, Odegaard will probably start. Smith Rowe again can slot in there. Alvarez can slot in there. Isco can play there as well. So we're pretty much covered there. And then up front, we've now got Abraham, Alvarez, Isaac, Holzek can go in there. In what world would Sebastian Coates be playing there? Sebastian Coates as a target forward. Not something I thought I was going to be saying in this episode. Martinelli can go in there. Balogun can go in there as well. Martinelli is the one that's a bit concerning at the moment. He is still classed as an under-21 player, so we don't have to register him, hence why he's not gone. But because of his massive amount of injuries last season, he only ended up playing 4 games. He was genuinely injured for the rest of it. And as such, he's dropped down to a 2-star ability player. I think, yeah, we're now saying he's a championship level. I don't know whether or not yet to put him out on loan. That's something I may consider before we start the season, potentially. But I'm thinking at the moment, this is looking like a team that can at least start challenging for a top 4 spot, if not a Premier League spot. How do you guys think we're going to do this season with the transfers we've made? Would you have made different ones? Is there anyone that potentially you think we should have got rid of or got in? We might still have some more transfers before the start of the next episode or during the next episode more likely, but let me know down below what you would have done. As always though guys, as I've said earlier, if you do enjoy the videos, please do drop a like down below. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and let me know what I'm doing well, and it gives other people a chance to see our videos as well. If you want to subscribe, just press that subscribe button down below. It would be really much appreciated. Until next time though guys, I will see you very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.